to mention like more optimistic perspective, but not in the sense that there will be no risk with AI, but by focusing on why we may need to consider AI in democracy and what normative frames we can use to evaluate the role of AI for enhancing democratic governance. So the first question will be, why do we need to consider AI? I mean, introducing AI into democratic decision making. There might be many other reasons, but mitigating the epistemic burden of citizens is one important motivation. As we know, democracy expects a lot of ordinary people. We are asked to form judgments about complex and fast moving issues with limited time, with limited energy, and limited resources. This often leads to what's called voter ignorance, meaning that citizens tend to make uninformed political judgments. AI's core strength is actually useful here. It processes fast information, identifies patterns, and can personalize what matters to us. If it's used well, the AI lowers the cost of being informed and raises the quality of our political judgments without replacing us as authors of our political life. So, for example, it can make complex political issues more accessible by providing interpretations of its details and making it into a digestible version. These all help mitigate the epistemic burden of individual citizens in accessing complex political matters. Then the question might be, what type of AI can we consider to help us make better judgments? Surely, not all AI models can do this job, not because they are not useful, but because they require sacrificing some of the core democratic values. Then we should ask what those core democratic values are. Those values are what we need to consider in evaluating AI, whether it can be a legitimate part of democratic decision making. There are at least three questions we should ask when evaluating democratic decision making. First is the who question: who participates? Democracy requires the decision makers to be inclusive and equal, so we can expect inclusion and equality of democratic decision making when utilizing an AI. Second is the how question: how decisions are made. Democratic decisions should not only aggregate the votes, but reflect morally relevant and epistemically good reasons. So we can say democratic decision making must be deliberative, along with moral and epistemic reasons.